What's up, Hippo lovers? Welcome back to some Age of Empires 2 cast. King of the Desert, a $75,000 tournament is running, hosted by Mr. MembTV. And I always said I will only cast the final weekend because I'm traveling, but some change in plans and I actually have time this evening. So I'm going to cast the beautiful sets that are happening today. As you can see, the draft at the side. There were some bans. Viper always clicked random ban, which is quite interesting. So maybe not that focused or not that prepared or didn't really care that much. And I think we can simply jump into the action here. In the yellow trunks, we have the Viper and he is playing Vikings. Obviously considered to be one of the strongest Age of Empires players of all time, if not number one, and one of the big favorites to maybe take it all. But we also know how heavily he was focused on Age of Empires 4 over the last weeks. So big question marks when it comes to his performance. On the other side, SayMyName, absolute legend of the game as well. Is playing for 15 years, has always been in the top 100 since then, I would think. And, well, now has a colossal task ahead of him. Round of 32, we will go into group stage after that one. This is one round of single elimination. 16 players were invited, and those are facing the 16 qualifying players. Qualifying player here, obviously, Mr. SayMyName. The Viper, well, lots of question marks here to be seen. Oh, tries to go for some fancy quick walls. Not happening, and oh boy, can I zoom out far. Didn't really realize that. Also something we want to mention is that this is being played on a new patch. Major changes are that, well, some of the unique units are cheaper, such as the Elite Berserk, I think, got cheaper. I'm not really sure about that one, but certainly like Elite Jaguar Warrior and such. Plus, something that could be really crucial in this matchup is that Thumbring is taken away from Vikings, and also Berserks are stronger in Castle Age. I think French, I'm already calling them, Franks are unchanged here, and we will see the barracks opening. Very, very likely that we will see the normal scout play from the Frank player, and maybe something like Man-at-Arms from our Vikings player, who is also going to wall. Also one of the changes, Palisade walls used to cost 2 wood, now 3 wood, plus houses have minus armor now. So if you attack the one with the militia, it actually does quite some damage against the house. First turn again with new Vikings. I'm not sure. I did not really follow the other sets. I would be surprised if no one picked Vikings, because they, after some bans, should still be considered to be one of the stronger ones. Certainly could make it into the top 16. So, yeah, I could see some good reason for them being played. Okay. 3 on gold here, so Archer follow-up kind of obvious. And already collecting some gold here, maybe just to not have the village idle. Now some vault, but as we mentioned before, could be a bit problematic, some more costs, but all looks pretty solid here for SayMyName. Scouting is getting chased, Viper is taking this fight on the hill. It's taking quite a reasonable fight then, okay. 21 HP, the Viper sits at 17. We micro back a bit more. Some built houses have more armor than the built one. Now we could have checked that. I would check that again to confirm, but I would be surprised. I think the armor should not change. Picked 4 times before, lost 4 times. Oh boy, oh boy. Uh-oh, this is a really problematic move here, but oh, over barrier at the other side, so the villagers can escape. Good one there. Spearman is coming over, but already getting attacked by a lion. Not the greatest engagement for the Viper with the low HP Spearman. Also big change. Now we get plus 20% HP on all our infantry here, so those men-at-arms became stronger as well. Normally it was staggering. Some in Dark Age, Castle Age, and then Feudal Age. Now those men-at-arms quite beefy, taking the engagement here. Spearman not really taking the greatest fight. Villager on that one. Men-at-arms took the fight for quite some time, and it feels like SayMyName will get a good clear up, but Also had to invest some villager time and lost quite some scouts. That was a pretty solid fight here for the Viper, I would think. And now can transition into his archer range. Not quite sure why my cursor is leaving my screen here. And don't really know how to fix that. If that's something I have to fix in Capture Age. Or if it's in Age of Empires 2. In Age of Empires 2 I kind of would find it. And also cursors are not working. Ooh, that's really ugly for me then. We'll have to look into that in between games, maybe, if I find some setting there. Also, can I right-click scroll? Ah, yeah, that's the smooth way to do it. And that's probably the one I will use most of the time. Villager, can she be saved at the top there? Tries to take the fight. Is it some open field walling? No, no. Viper just waits for the spearman to revenge her, but she's going to die for sure. But yeah, some revenging was done. And now one spearman and two archers are moving out. Obviously, we have the chat on the overlay, so if you ever feel like asking something, this is probably one of the best times, because game should be slowing down a little bit right now. And armor -1 and 8, so actually changes from the... What? Ah, Dark Age houses are -2. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, but same armor there, so unbuilt houses, kind of the same. Now the double archer. Does we will improve hand carry capacity as well? Yeah, I would think so, yeah. But shouldn't really change that much, right? You're already carrying 35, and then you're carrying 38, I believe. This is played with the November patch? Yes, it is. That's where we talked about the balance changes. 2 skirmishers already here for the defense. Viper can't really find too much. Think might be an overproduction of skirmishes though. 4 skirms might not be needed. Chasing down those 2 archers shouldn't be a big problem. And feels like SayMyName won't take any big damage to spearman to chase this one down as well. Viper now getting fletching. Same for SayMyName, who is trying to wall this one up. Doesn't wheelbarrow improve hand carry from 35 to 44? Okay, okay, I didn't know that. And last wall there, villager. If she dies, that would be pretty bad, but seems like she should survive 1 archer. Should not really find all the damage. Now the mining camp feels a bit late. In general, 12 on wood is something we rarely see. Most of the time, with this build up, 10 on wood and then trying to get some farms rolling. So could be floating quite some wood. Now increases the amount of farmers as well. And just feels like we don't have enough farms. Okay, now 2 more are getting placed here for SayMyName. And cast age timings should feel relatively similar to me though. Houses over there. According to the wiki at least? Well, then trust wiki over me. It's plus 25%. Ooh, ooh. I did not know that. I always thought it was plus 3 carry. Huh. So I should see villagers with 12 gold as well to drop that off. Let me see. So they are carrying 8 now. So at some point they should drop off 12, right? So this one is 13. And now they should drop off 12, I believe. Was it always 13 because it's 12.5? No, no, no. It should work in fractions. Ah, it's not really rounded. Age of Empires works in fractions as well. Might not be the full drop off on the actual resource bar there. And now he collects another 13, drops them off. But one of them should drop 13, one of them should drop 12. Probably the first one 12, the second one 13. At least that's how I think it should work. Spearmen now all getting sniped. Villagers are being pulled. One is getting really low on HP. Archer's not taking the greatest fight. And that is quite some nice aggression here against the Viper. SayMyName with lots of damage dealt here already. 1 villager down. Maybe finds a second one. And now at the gold, Viper really greedy. Only now with the stable, TC's helping out a bit. But that's going to be a tricky one. Might be forced to go for 2 scouts here himself. And not really producing any archers. This feels so greedy by the Viper, who's now going for the counter attack. But SayMyName is fully walled, so those archers shouldn't really find anything. Viper plays open with that bad gold spot. Ay. Really not working well for the Viper? I agree. Horse color just finished. Nice overlay there by the Capture Age crew. TC could fire some... Doesn't even get a single shot off. Archers over here, low HP, only 5 of them. I don't fear them too much. Oh, but Viper is back, gold in the back. Okay. Then it's all good, all stabilized here. I was really fearing for him, but then I don't really see a big problem. I think then you only need 2 scouts. Otherwise, I would have said maybe 3 could have been an option to clear it up a bit earlier. But yeah, he doesn't really need that at all. Archers here probably waiting for the upgrade and then going for it. Now it dives in for the skirms. That's a bit surprising to me. Yeah, I should focus on the scouts first, which are trying to find a good angle. And Viper obviously does not want to pop out those archers. Just runs around. One knight is easily clearing all this up. Intercept some more skirmishes here, and 30 seconds till SayMyName is in Castle Age as well. Double stable here at the front, 1 archer range. Not really producing now the first crossbow out. Did not find a villager kill. Instant reaction here by SayMyName. Pretty damn solid job. And the knight, as expected, is clearing it up. SayMyName might be surprised how those knights could be afforded. Farm at 10 HP. Oh, debated a bit potentially here. And now the mining camp, after selling all the stone here from the Viper earlier, is going for the second attack upgrade for his archers, which also is the second range. Oh, that's a risky positioning here. Could be 1 or 2 dead villagers. SayMyName needs to run, but positions himself nicely. Can just finish the walls from over here. Oh, 1 down. SayMyName has so many resources banked up. Well, shortly before Castle Age makes a lot of sense. Be able to get a bunch of +2 knights out really quickly. Yeah. Franks. Oh god. Franks are really scary in that regard. And the Viper, he can't really use his economy to perfection, right? We don't really see the extra TCs here. Something that we often see from Vikings. Not going to happen, at least for quite some time. Now the university wants to get ballistics. And that's going to be an ugly overchop if the knights are getting in. Viper, clear up here. I really like the position of SayMyName right now. Slightly ahead in villages. Will have the stronger army, will have more mobility. Double stable, working beautifully as well. This is strong for them. 3 TCs. Viper still sits on 1. Ooh. Finds another spearman. Now gets ballistics, trying to go for the defense. Slightly ahead in builds, but neither handcart nor wheelbarrow. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, and the overchop. Ooh, blocked last second here. There's still 60 wood on that end. One knight goes through there, spearman and crossbow for the defense. So a bit of jumping. 42 HP, tries to break through there. That's all held. And quite some aggression here, SayMyName. I wouldn't hate it if I see a siege workshop at the front, trying to increase that pressure. Woodlines not looking too good here for the snake, who's now going on to pikemen even. Only 1 barracks right now, and not too many spearmen on the field in general. That's going to be an ugly attack at the left-hand side. Viper needs to pull some more crossbow, and that's a lot of villages on stone. Maybe thinks about going for berserks, but I think that might be a bit of a too greedy play. Ballistics obviously helping out with the defense, but more knights are coming over, and we still have the overchop here. I think if SayMyName continues with this aggression, Viper could be in some problems. Still triple TC. Now a solid 10 villages ahead. economy works beautifully behind this. Goes for the next mining camp. Maybe trying to regroup, heal up the hurt knights. Or trying to put everything together and then make one major go into this woodline. The Viper is actually going for berserks. And I really don't like it. Berserk pikeman, or what's the play? Okay, finally bought himself some wood. Goes for the TC at the front. Desperately needed. Desperately needed. But still, invites you for another attack. And we are going full stable. 4 stable. I think 3 stable and a siege workshop might have been better. Now dives in here. That's 19 knights. Crossbow count not that high in comparison. Villagers could all die. Jumping onto those crossbows potentially. Or what's the plan here? Villager advantage is now close to 20. Jumps onto even more. And pikemen are all dwindling down. But I think crossbow numbers are still staying reasonably good. 20 villager advantage here for our player from Vietnam. This is going to be a big uphill battle here for the Viper, who needs to quick wall this one. Is doing a reasonable job of that, but remember, knights can easily break this one, even in... Oh yeah, knights are in, another house behind this. Okay, Viper loses only 1 additional villager. Now close to over 25 villagers behind. SayMyName just needs to sit back, needs to add some counter units, and he should be in a great position. Those knights could maybe find some more kills. Gate behind this one though. Ooh. Really clean game from SayMyName. I can absolutely agree with that. Now goes for stable number 5. I'm not really sure if 18 on gold are enough to go for 5 stables. Maybe a second archer range could have been a thing. Now goes for a monastery. We'll deal with that scout as well. And Viper looking to be in quite some problems. Counter units equals skirms. Yeah, either I want to see skirms or some scorpions, maybe mangonels. I think like 2 scorpions alone would be really good. Whew. Yeah, also like fletching and... what's the first armor? Padded archer armor already done there. So I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. Like 6, 7 skirms already in this engagement is so much better. Oh god, this could be a really bad fight for the Viper. Let's see how this round is going to be. Knights are trying to chase this one down. Tries to get uphill. Pikeman numbers not really there. The Viper is trying to move around. Tries to combine his armies, but so many losses before that one. And SayMyName, he is even selling some more wood. Wants to increase his gold count, puts that all on the map. 17 knights on the field, 4 more in the queue. Now more popping, and that army is getting cleaned up as well. Is solid, more than 20 population lead here for SayMyName, who is hungry to take game number 1. Viper's trying to regroup. Pike numbers not looking too good. TC relatively exposed here at the front. Now finally a second barracks for some more pike production. Is that really only the second barracks now? Triple archer range, second barracks indeed. We need some more other units. SayMyName now with the siege workshop. Would have loved to see that a bit earlier, but I'm fine with it. TC number 4 now at the front. Enough stone for a castle though. Viper, where is he building it? Ooh, very defensively at the left-hand side, protecting his both gold spots. Kind of still keeps the right-hand side exposed. Such a Viper thing to do. Other players would probably build it over here, trying to deal with the immediate threat. Viper thinks very long-term in those scenarios. But 30 population behind. Needs to go for some more quick walls here. Otherwise, the knights will get in. Pulled some more villagers. That does not look walled. Okay, now I think it could be. Looks pretty solid. Looks pretty solid now. That one is still walled as well. And right now, SayMyName can't really use his army. The Viper might be able to get quite some kills. And Viper will get onto berserks, which are really scary unit. Some scorpions being added here as well. And could be long game units that might be dominating the game. But obviously 30 villager lead. Only handcart behind. More houses again. Some more knights at the right hand side. Adding those. More scorpions as well. I don't really see the Viper taking good engagements anytime soon. Viper probably should position himself a bit further to the left hand side. Or is it really a fight he wants to take? Probably yes, because all the knights are so low HP. And SayMyName does not have any Scorpions with them. Oh, that's a bad fight for SayMyName. He needs to disengage here. And that's 3 knights down for free, kind of. Oh, no. Oh, no, no. That's so bad, SayMyName. What a wasteful move. Oh, that's a way how to throw the game. All of a sudden, only 20 population lead. But that's maybe because we had some aggression happening over here. The Viper reacted quite nicely at those ends, though. Knights are coming into the back. Uh-oh, could be problematic here for the Viper. Scorpions in the center, and that's really tough to micro against. The Viper, maybe using his market, could buy himself 100 stone and then build the second castle a bit more aggressively. Most of his armies at the left-hand side. That could be quite some aggression here through the center. Another siege workshop. Not really sure if the second one is needed, but apparently SayMyName feels, okay, a big castle age play is the way to go here, and I can't fault him for that. He can decide when to fight, where to fight, a bit easier than the Vikings player, who still is not using the market to build the second castle. Gold relatively safe with that castle here. Maybe some attack through the center could be an option. Knights, maybe heal them up in the castle. Viper will find some kills on the gold. SayMyName with a nice instant reaction. I like that one quite a bit. Whew. Defensive castle there at the top. Villagers need to run away. I think maybe some skirms could have been an option. Monk instantly goes down. Oh, that could be quite some villager losses. I don't think the Viper can stop it though, but can easily take like 4 or 5 additional villagers with him. Uh-oh, runs in without shooting too much though. That could be problematic for those crossbows. If the knights can go to the left-hand side, this could be really good. Castle should probably focus down on those pikemen, and then knights want to take this engagement. Scorpions, where they're coming, right-hand side. Would have loved to see them go to the left-hand side if you really want to anticipate everything, but it's still really solid against all the pikemen. Viper's microing like a young Norwegian god at the left-hand side, but so much going down, more wood being sold. Another raid here at the right-hand side, very active with the more immobile army. So quite surprising to me that Viper still finds so much aggression, that he goes for so much aggression. Loses all his crossbow though. Scorpions should be able to deal with those 2 villagers. That might be a bad waypoint by the Viper. Oh no, something we have seen him do multiple times in Age of Empires, since Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, that he misplaces his waypoints. Another TC number 5 now by SayMyName. Should see this one reasonably fast. Yeah, I really love his reaction time. SayMyName on point. Both players not too far away from imping this one. Defensive castle at the right-hand side. Viper leaves the center open. That's one to raid that gold. Not going to happen. On the way to imp is Mr. SayMyName. What's his army composition going to be? Is it only knights? Might be some problem. I think he needs to add another unit. Skirms don't feel too great. X-Men, probably neither with all those crossbows in the field. Scorpions feel really expensive. Game bug? If it only happens to one player, kind of unrealistic that it happens to only one. That's a bug. Scorpion could get some good shots in here. Bolt from the top. Not flying in. Cavalier and Heavy Scorpion. Well, let's see about that one. Berserks now being mixed in. Scorpions should get some good shots in. Repairs flying in. Knights as well. Viper's trying to micro against this one. On the more ambitious side with that micro for sure. Scorpions getting some more shots. If those 4 Scorpions at the left-hand side were shooting at the big flock, that could have been even better. The army at the right-hand side, well, blocking from further right. More Scorpion shots. Knights are saving themselves. And this is the full Berserk transition. Relic count soon. 3 for SayMyName. 1 at the bottom, 1 at the left-hand side. Still to be taken. Knights are moving in. Not the greatest move here, but still finds the kills. Pikemen not even getting attacked. Not fighting back. And SayMyName has to be really happy with how the last engagements were going for him. Remember though, No thumping here if we think about the very long game composition for the Viper, so maybe needs to transition into full infantry, and that is indeed what it looks like. More berserks and no more crossbows. We'll potentially lose those. 3 castles set up here by SayMyName. Then we get into the spot where paladins aren't even completely out of the question. Scorpions are trying to chase down. Monk here. Actually will be a pretty solid conversion. Yeah. Can't be too unhappy. And now prepares everything for paladins. SayMyName, look at that. Not even queuing. Has maybe a bit too many villagers if you ask me. We need all the upgrades though for those berserks. Still not elite. Still no chieftains either. Could maybe get in there. Knights are coming over. Now with the +4 armor, not much should happen here. And Viper finally goes for elite berserk. Finally being kind of a mean term, but still 70 population lead here. SayMyName looking mighty hot in game number 1. Berserks. Well, something we don't see too often. And Paladin upgrade, where is it? Lots of resources still floating. Would have liked to see some more in the queue. We could go for Chivalry. I don't think it's really needed. Something we certainly need is Paladin upgrade, which is now coming in. Scorpions could even deal with those pikeman raids. And 4th castle now already. This is quite some strong stranglehold. Viper has some gold there. And has 1 relic. This one is not scouted. Cavaliers potentially getting converted. Berserks there with the clear up. And now we see chieftains indeed. And that will be quite some extra damage for those berserks. Probably lead those 2 cavaliers. Or is he running away? Gets the conversion. Good job by the Viper. Gets some more raids here at the front though. SayMyName might not care too much. And now look at the queue with all those cavaliers there. And soon to be paladins. Scorpions will deal with the pikeman raid. And left hand side castle. I'm seeing some problems here for the Viper to deal with all this. 17 berserks. Yeah, they are the counter unit. But probably the numbers simply not there yet. 21 berserks on the field. 1 minute away from having 50 paladins here. SayMyName, and then he can really swarm. Find some more villager kills at that end. Get some more control over here. Castle number 6 even. SayMyName in full control. Also another archer range. Oh, and now we see Axeman even being mixed in. Has all the attack upgrades on those cavaliers. Oh, actually only +2. Now +4 will be in pretty soon. So they will do some damage from behind. And that's already trading off quite some army for paladins. And now, bop, we will see paladins. So the Viper won't be looking too hot here. Won't be too happy with that. And Scorpions and X-Men behind. I don't really see how you can take a favorable engagement against that many paladins and some extra army. Left-hand side looks pretty good for the berserks, though. Paladins, well, bugging out quite a bit, and some of them still attacking the house. So Viper has to be happy, but the main threat is through the center. Castle number 6 is now at the front, or castle number 7. If that one finishes. Indeed, 6 now finished, and we see the push even further in. The Viper, another spot where he's 90 population behind. Paladins taking out that castle at the front, selling more wood here, SayMyName, and he is just playing a phenomenal game. More and more control, and berserks can't do much. The Viper has to tap this one out. 1-0 for SayMyName. Pretty solid start here. And the Viper, we have to take a look back probably and have to think about this great Feudal Age play by SayMyName with the skirms and scouts. Killing like 3 villagers overall, pushing back from this gold, forcing maybe another mining camp there, and just so much control. The archers couldn't really find too much crossbows then. Great game here by SayMyName for sure. Viper was too slow to add town centers, wasn't he? He sold his stone. That's why he had to go into stone. And then I'm not sure if I like the berserkers too much. I think maybe more pikemen, arbalists, and then only switch into them. Could have been another option, but maybe felt he was so far behind that he needed to make something wild happen. Let's take a look at the statistics. who have the KD way better, but obviously it's paladins against villagers in the end. Pikemen, crossbow, quite having some problems. And food count plus 7k, gold count plus 4k. Nice plays. Did get 3 relics as well, SayMyName, with lots of aggression. And that castle age time for the Viper did not do enough. Yeah, pretty impressive. And a 1-0 lead for what we would think is the underdog. Let's get into paint and open the draft, which is here. And we will get some lines for ourselves. Line, red line, big line. And Viper losing with his second pick, Vikings. While we have pick number 2 with Franks taking the W. Good for SayMyName. Nice Civ icons, thank you. Welcome everyone who enjoys some Age of Empires 2 on this channel. Back again. One thing I wondered about in one map tournament is how the players decide which civ to play when.
Rogan? KOTD hype nearly paused.
Lots of mind games and lots of randomness. I believe it's lots and lots of randomness. And people now trying to go like what you go for next. I don't really see that as a reasonable thought process. Read some subs. Lotzert, Alf Shumway, Ashley, FVDW, Mario. Thanks, everyone. I absolutely love these civ icons. Hippotastic. Nice. Okay, game number 2 launched. Obviously, we have a 2-minute delay. And I need to apparently leave the game first before I can join. And it is Vikings against Indians. I don't really think those are the correct civilizations. Next game is Viper's home epic. Yep, indeed. Mayans versus Britons. Okay. So both going for their strongest pick. Interesting. Maybe. Oh, lol. Oh, okay. Is it always one kind of Arabia, or are there different versions, like more open closed? It's the same. Same map script. It's bugging out a bit for me. Let's see if I can find the game. Ah, no, it didn't start yet. I think they cancelled. I think Viper might have mispicked and picked Vikings again against Indians, which then is interesting. Interesting to hear what the admin is going to decide. So, if the Viper picked Vikings here, and we have Indians for SayMyName, the typical ruling that I'm going for is SayMyName has to pick Indians again and is deciding out of the 5 available civilizations which one he wants to play against. And I don't really know what Indians want to play against even. Maybe Tatars? Huh. Maybe. Cumans? Indians want to play against Cumans? I don't know. Okay, we'll cast together with Dave in the next set. So MBL versus Bra is after that, and then Hera versus Zuppy, followed by potentially Slam against Bekti. Why not admin loss? 2-hour punishment? I would think so, yeah. Yeah. Of the draft pictures? Nice. Okay, I think they restart the game, and it is a task against Indians. Not sure if the Viper picked. And it's no spec delay, so I'm not sure if that's the correct. I think they hosted without spec delay, which obviously should not be a thing. Broadcast chat. They didn't. There has to be spec delay. No. There has to be a spec delay. There has to be spec delay. Wait. There's no spec delay? I'm completely shocked. I'm completely shocked. But okay, let's just jump into the game, I would think. Yeah. Handbook says 2 minutes spec delay. Yeah. And that's what it should be. Why am I always pressing the wrong one? I'm a bit confused. Okay, well, let's go. Pre-mill Drush indeed here for the Viper. He's playing Tatars. SayMyName is playing Indians. So yeah, Tatars the good counter to Indians. I'm not sure about that one. Guys, post. What do you think? Who has the shift advantage? Is it Tatars or is it Indians? I'm not sure. Tatars? Okay, maybe try to explain to me why. I think Indians should perform relatively solid. Okay. CA counter all. Okay. Well, let's see. Viper opens with a nice aggressive Drush. As we said multiple times, now with the walling a bit more difficult and houses not really protecting too well either. Drushing becomes so much stronger. Ballista push incoming? That's interesting, yeah. Britain stronger here? Oh boy. And camels can deal with GA very well with extra pierce armor? Well, not sure about that one. And let's take a look here. Villager in quite some problem. 2 HP and bam! First one down. Viper has to be really happy. Lots of villagers have to be pulled and Viper just moves back. Free thumping is massive. Okay. Well, let's see about that. And I think the game might be decided before that one, honestly. That's already so much damage. Viper back to what won him KOTD 2. It was Drush flush every single game, and he was performing so well with that one. Obviously gets lots of aggression, gets more control over the game, keeps the opponent open, and then can decide what he wants to follow it up with. And... let's see, Drush now takes some damage against the scout. So many idle villagers though. I understand banning good civs you don't want to play against. I understand bad civs to leave all good civs available for yourself. But Viper random banning seems very odd to me. Thoughts? He didn't care enough, I believe. He probably thinks it doesn't really matter enough. So much idle time? Yeah, it's massive, it's massive. I agree. And the question is, what will Viper follow it up with? Still not on gold. Might actually be one of the very rare cases where we will see Drush into... Nah, okay. Now goes onto gold with 3 villagers. Now rush out the stable. Oy, 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 oy. Quite some problem here, and that's not a great opening for SayMyName. Did not scout the early Drush. I did see 1 game of Caswell versus Vivi, or maybe 2. I was doing some other stuff and had it on the second monitor. The Drush close to GG'd him. Even without Loom, the Viper. Oh, the greed. Archer range here. Whew. Rare case of what? Drush into scouts. Something we very rarely see, because most of the time the answer against the Drush is walls, and a good answer to scouts is walls as well. So rarely do we see a Drush into scouts. And I for a moment thought we would see that, because there were no villages on gold, but now we go into the more reasonable, more standard approach here with the archer range follow-up. Viper is solid 1.5 villages ahead. Has to be pretty happy. Spearman for the defense, and should be transitioning into archers. Probably just keep the spearman production up, and then like 1 spearman, 2 archers moving out, and should be pretty annoying again. I don't really see SayMyName affording the archer range too quickly. Oh, interesting gate here. And yeah, that's already going to be an annoying army. I think Viper will ward this one off now and just goes aggressively with the rest. Maybe blacksmith somewhere. Oh, goes for stable actually. Ooh, interesting. So it's expecting the skirmisher defense. That's quite some interesting play. Ooh, oi, oi. Viper scared after last game. Well, yeah. Maybe he wants to counter the skirm play. Maybe he felt like, okay, so much damage in game number 1. Spearman more on the defensive side. Oof. He'll have to get bloodlines anyways. Well, let's see if that's really his thought process there. I think mainly it's like to make 2-3 scouts to deal with those skirmishes. Scout only 3 HP here. Wants to scare those scouts away, and SayMyName probably just waiting to take an engagement. Spearman here scaring away, but SayMyName way too good to get some hits there. Viper plays it still very open. 2 scouts out now, expecting the skirms to arrive pretty soon. Does he want CA? Crossbow would be harder to answer with camels. Well, better with light cav and skirmishers maybe then though. And skirms, oh no, they're dying just so easily here. Spearmen are chasing down as well, so Spearmen will take the fight against the scouts. Scouts can just take this one down, and that's just so much damage. Both players just got fletching as well. Spearmen now diving in, but lots of low HP Spearmen here, and falling now. Oh, the Viper didn't really care about the Spearmen enough. All of them going down, but Scouts so low in HP, and I think Viper can take this engagement quite reasonably well. But villager advantage kind of dwindled a bit away here. Only 1 villager ahead now. So half a villager of idle TC added after the last time we checked, but most of the skirms going down. 11 to 3 here. as the army count. Now spearmen being added in this war, probably not something that you want to do. Too likely that they will all fall against the archers. What else can SayMyName go for wood? He is at the left hand side. So goes for that. Some at the very top if he wanted to, but that's far away obviously. Archers and scouts now with some aggression at the right hand side. More archers in the queue. No scouts by the Viper for now. Goes for wheelbarrow. Interesting. Okay. Could be a very long Feudal Age play then. I wouldn't be surprised to see a second stable added. Or is it just to keep the economy rolling? Maybe some archer defense after this one. I don't really see him breaking this with those two relatively low HP scouts. Maybe it's just a bit of poking. One more archer to be annoying. But oh, that's a misplay by SayMyName. His scouts left. Oh, yo. One spearman. Can he get some hits out? Gets one hit. No, not really. Archers are moving in. Trying to find one kill. Maybe find even two because one villager is already low HP. What is the Viper doing? He runs on the TC kind of. So weird. So weird. Goes for another army here at the left-hand side. Skirms are chasing this one down. Another spearman. SayMyName now trying to micro at both sides. Looks better with the archer, with the scout in here as well. Skirms just falling. Viper doing so much damage and isn't far away from getting to Castle Age. And SayMyName obviously far away. Still produces scouts. 90 food here. And Viper... yeah, maybe even going double stable full knights could be an option here for him. Is indeed going for exactly that double stable play already. Second archer range as well. So will be knights, probably into CA. No more Feudal Age production here. And those archers are moving back. Huh. Oi. Skirms now with the defense here in the wood line, and something's still working in the back of my head, so sorry for being so distracted after this game has started. Triple terrain, still no, and now we see the bloodline tag here. Exactly what we expected. Isn't Crosser better than CA here against Knight plus CA? And then can go full camel. Yeah, they need to get onto big numbers really quickly though, and Viper maybe feels like he already has the timing. Plus he's kind of faking the archers already. Yeah, could be an option, Those archers willing to take a move in there as well. I don't really see crossbow being upgraded though. I think it will be Botkin, full knights, full CA. Viper will just play... Knights, CA, Botkin, and Step Lancers? What? What? How? Why are we going for Step Lancers? That's something I don't fully understand. Huh. Oh, sneaks around there. Has the hill advantage still. Played too much AoE 4? Apparently. 2 knights out, 2 step lancers. He wants to go for all the units here. Look at that. 2 archers, 2 CA, 2 step lancers, 4 step lancers, 4 archers. Anti-quick wall? Yeah, he already has CA. So that's not really what he's scared of, no. AI playing instead of the Viper? Well, maybe that's why he's so much more successful in game number 2 here. Now moves in, and that one's woodline is completely open. And cheaper if you do both knights and steps, more efficient. Survive did a bunch of scenarios testing. Okay. I wouldn't really know why, but okay. Maybe step lancer CA is the way to go. Knight's typically the unit that we see in that scenario, but maybe the meta will change and people will learn some more. Now the attack into the gold here. SayMyName is trying to run, pulls all the villagers away from gold as well. Some will fall, and SayMyName in a world of pain, and we simply have to think back to the Drush, how much damage did. Tower is being cancelled. Now the first armor upgrade, which kind of is pretty late here. And I think the CA simply will do so much damage. Now goes for the attack at the right hand side. So many idle villagers. Skirms are coming back, and look at that. Can't really get resources. Viper is in full control over here. With the different attack ranges, they might swarm things more efficiently. Okay. And we'll find some more villager kills at the left-hand side. CA now on the hill, taking that engagement. Not really sure if that's the ideal thing for the Viper. Disengages left-hand side, right-hand side. He moves in, and that could be the final raid. I don't really see the camel numbers to address this issue. And CAs are around 6 military to 18. All the gold is going down, and SayMyName, he won't really have any options to get onto enough gold, to get onto any wood, to allow himself to get onto any farming, onto the camel numbers that he wants. Fully surrounded here by the Viper. Right hand side, top hand side, left hand side is blocked as well. So many idols, 20 villagers behind, and the Viper, after clearing up those 4 camels, will just take the W. G to the G. Viper evens out the series. Not much to say. Viper plays a really clean game. Extra TCs after this one, and I think it all comes down that we simply saw the Drush being so efficient. KOTD 16 to 0. We've seen SayMyName basically get to here with his scouts, but never really doing enough. Think Dumping won it for him? Yeah. Probably. SayMyName had horrible woodlines. Yeah, that's kind of the map though. Right? There's always one pond, and woodlines are a bit further away. I don't think that was the deciding factor here, but certainly, yeah, SayMyName had a bad map. Economy better for the Viper. Quite obviously, because we had so much idle time, faster castle age timing there, and yeah, not too special woodlines as you saw. This one and this one, not too pretty. Those rather far away, rather at the top. Not a nice map to play with. Okay. I'm having a talk with Crazini. Let me sorry, I will be distracted. I need to solve this. I'm really shocked that we don't have a delay. Okay, Nelly's not happy. What won? We have Tatars winning. And we have Indians losing this one. Yeah. Sorry for being so distracted. Let's just say, not as my role in Microsoft. I think there should be no relevant tournaments that don't have a spec delay. Just personal opinion. Nothing else. Ahem. So Vikings look great, Nearly. Thanks. Was this whole tournament without spec delay so far? I don't know. It's the first games that I'm following. I was just very sure that this tournament would have a spec delay. But well, let's go into game number 3 simply, and let's not care about this, right? So we have TheViper now playing Cumans, and we have SayMyName with Hans here. Again, blue against yellow, and we will have to take a good look at the map and try to find good TC spots here for Cumans if he wanted to go for that. I can see this one as a very reasonable spot. I can also see nothing really else. Some at the front here, maybe some there, but those won't be too great in my opinion. I'm sure there's a way to synchronize the camps with the delay game. Yeah, quite easily. We'll see. It's the north between the gold and woods. That feels a bit too open to me, right? It's easy to push then, tough to protect. The tower here blocks this, archers can surround. You kind of want to have your TC not directly in the center of the map and towards your opponent. What is the problem with not having spec delay? Someone could go to one of the players and tell them what's happening. Like, I could send an SMS to TheViper now. By the way, don't go between the gold and wood line. That's where your opponent is. Are these maps chosen referees or are there no seats? I don't think there are any seats, no. It's a bit different in Age of Empires 2, where we very, very rarely went for seats. And this one is just the normal map scripts. Reminds me when Mr. Bean is getting into tournaments now? Yeah. Really? Yeah. Okay, TheViper will play Pop 19, so feels very likely also with 2 on wood to see the extra TC there, while we see SayMyName going for what looks to be a scout opening. Yeah, some smaller ones. Well, I would be really surprised if some of the major tournament organizers are letting known stream cheaters play in their tournaments. Just always gives a bitter taste to the tournament if they advance, so I think it makes lots and lots of sense to not allow that. Mr. Bean played this tournament? Really? What's better for a scalpel, 2 or 3 on wood? I personally think 3 on wood. Oh, TheViper. I think he's just collecting 10 stone here to at some point repair his town centers. Ever played WoW or just love the music? WoW. Really like the music. Really like the music. He lost to Sedok, thankfully. And sends more on stone? What? Why? This is really surprising to me. Oh! I think he collects 25 stone in to build the town center and allow himself to get a defensive tower. Interesting play. Interesting play. So they have a combined... I don't even know. That's not an option to see. Yeah. So he allows himself... Didn't even collect more stone and builds the TC over at the right hand side. We see the aggression here by SayMyName, 4 villagers forward. So that's going to be quite some aggression, but not really into the direction where the TCs are going to be. This one is walled off at the left hand side. Archer range together with some spearmen. Where do we see the aggression though? Going to be pretty tricky. Berries not being used. Trying to get through here will be tough. Easy defensive tower. Huh. I think Viper will have some really easy time to defend this one. Quick wall here. Oh boy! Really, really nice one. Oh, sweet. Like how he always baits with the fighting. Yeah. Okay, Spearman Skirm coming in. Scout gets a hit off. Shouldn't really get too much. Villagers fighting off against the Spearman. TC could shoot as well. And SayMyName, that's a bit sloppy. Spearman is going down. Villagers still taking more HP. And that's quite some damage. Another house there as well. Scout still really high with HP here. 40 for him. And villagers need to be pulled though. That villager in some problem. Viper with a misplay there. But now moves over to the left hand side. And still no kill here for SayMyName. Pretty damn solid. And another TC fire. Not really happening. And I think this army is now diving in potentially a bit too deep. House coming in as well. Gate as well. Another house. Oh, gate actually was not started. You need the scout to attack to create the quick wall. Yeah, that's not true. Yeah, but lets them watch a bit less as well. Because they obviously know, okay, if he is attacking, then I'm just winning the fight. Oh, now tries to go in for the quick wall in, but did not happen. Oh. The gate went up, doesn't matter. There's enough skirm potential for the tower to go up and let them out. Yeah, maybe, but then he has to commit with the tower here. Viper can rush it down. Now the tower is up there. And that woodland is relatively exposed. Villager at the bottom here with only 16 HP. Viper, does he want to take this engagement? Not for now. Okay, now runs in. Villagers being pushed back and Viper still without any army and only one villager ahead. Economy wasn't running too well. Now another tower here for SayMyName, who is on stone with 4 villagers at home. That's something that the Viper can't answer for now. No gold for the Viper. Indeed, we have 1 gold spot over here, 2nd gold spot here, and the main gold spot now somewhat walled in, but still very, very accessible. Such a messy game. Yeah, agreed. Oh, and Viper tries to wall in the archery range. That's something I've not seen in quite some time. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Barracks now at the right hand side. Oh god, I hate how he's walling in the tower. I absolutely hate how he's walling in this tower. Villagers can still kill this tower. God. Why are people still doing this? I hate it. Like, no, this is... Ah, makes me angry. It really makes me angry. By the way, he's bought himself some stone or what happened here? I'm a bit confused. Where did he get that stone? Oh, it's on stone at the front. Okay, okay, okay. Some more aggression on the left-hand side. Tower will go up. That army obviously can't really contest it. And the tower will go down. Mainly focused on dealing with that tower as well. Blacksmith up in the back. What's the better way? To use 8 tiles and just wall around. Because a villager can just sit themselves here and attack the tower. It's not what's happening here. But Viper could just easily take down the tower without building the counter tower. Was walling like this good at any time? Well, not really. In the past, more people did it, but nowadays people actually come fully wall, and it's just so much better. Viper needs some military if he wants to hold this. I don't think he will go for too much military. He's now adding an archer range, some skirmishers, more defensive towers. I think that's a reasonable way to go as well. Full defensive towers. Not even sure if he really needs those skirms, honestly. What are the skirms doing for him? Tower will fall. Viper, maybe he wants to clear up this bottom area eventually. To get some of the gold. I really like if would like if SayMyName is walling this one again. And actually, if he's on stone, I think walling this one in with stone walls makes so much sense. Idle and go castle? Nah, he's way too far away from this. Not on gold. 90 wood in the bank. This will take some time. Why does Viper not make men-at-arms? Well, he is not on gold. All his gold spots are blocked. And men-at-arms is a really bad mid and late game unit. Men-at-arms are only good before like minute 12. It's just very, very easy to outmicro them. SayMyName could castle. Looking at the resources, he's certainly faster there, yeah. My juice, thank you. Surprised SayMyName hasn't added any archers. I'm not that surprised, no. What are archers really adding? Right now, it's just army to protect his villagers, right? He's never really fighting, never really taking any engagements. Wouldn't be sorry if SayMyName will still castle about now. Yeah, well, SayMyName will certainly be up to castle pretty soon. Viper now goes on to stables himself. I don't think this will be for scouts, though. Will it be? That's an early stable. And blacksmith now. Would be really weird if he goes for a big scout commitment. Oh. And still no real gold for the Viper. Might be a Feudal Age play by him. Goes for fletching, goes for wheelbarrow. What's happening with the stable? Just build it with so many villagers. If we see scouts here, Viper is in so much pain. Oh, do humans get camels? Yes. They do get camels, but no heavy camels. Oh, this will be so bad for the Viper. And he sees double stable. He will know what's up. Oh, this will be really tough hold for the Viper. If SayMyName is just playing this one TC all-in, Knight Ram or Knight Mangonel, I think Viper should not hold this. Already going on to Spearman here. Viper knows how difficult the situation is for him. Economy-wise, he's 20 ahead. But his army can't do anything here. More scouts being added. Not sure if that's really, really needed. Well, we see that scout being pushed away. Another barracks by the Viper. He knows that he has to hold in Feudal Age. SayMyName, I wouldn't even mind if he's trying to leapfrog forward with some towers even. Scouts are going in a bit too deep for my taste. Bloodlines and one armor upgrade. Siege Workshop is coming. This is best of 3. As you can see at the top, best of 5. And I think this one should be Scorpions. I think there should not be Mangonel or any Siege. Or maybe Siege to get that tower first. Not that easy. Villagers could even commit. Spearmen don't really want to fight against those then. They rather want to take the hits against the villagers. And now what are we going for? Not the easiest choice here for SayMyName. Feels like a Mangonel makes lots of sense against all that low HP stuff. Scorpion to have more guaranteed damage. And maybe a ram to deal with that tower a bit earlier. Most of the spearmen are already falling, but knights are getting low HP as well, and those skirmishes are doing damage. Viper still in quite some trouble, still not on gold. Endless amount of floating wood. I think a market is desperately needed. Knights being added as well. Villager falls for SayMyName. The Viper solid 30 population lead, but does it really matter? Can he hold? Might be like something like 3-4 TC play here in Feudal Age even. Add 3-4 barracks play in Feudal Age. Would not surprise me. First Mangonel out. Now the tower next to the woodline. We have another woodline here. The other woodline there at the left-hand side cut off. Now the villagers here. And that's what I said. That's why you wall. That's such a bad wall in. Because the villagers can attack there. Knights around. Skirm's doing quite some damage as well. Villager should be saved. Knights around again. The intensity of this game. Remember, this is a single elimination round. If Viper loses this best of 5, he will not be in the round of 16, basically, in the group stage of KOTD. Tower, not sure if you really need to finish it. Now even forging for Viper Spearman, heavily housed. Skirms around, no extra TC. I really like this from SayMyName. It should be full aggression. A Monk, maybe some more siege. Some Mangonels here could do so much. Some aggression from here, some aggression there. Viper now on 2 gold, and that's why I said just wall this one with gold. Could be so much better. If the Viper somehow gets to Castle Age, he wins this one. He's 30 villages ahead. And he's flirting with the idea. Look at this gold. 20 villages on gold. I think we just need a market. Villagers being pulled against the ram. Knights shouldn't really get too much done here. More skirms around. Viper. Was that a militia? That was still a militia around. And Viper now starts to buy food. He starts to buy food for himself. Continues to be housed. More skirms around here at the left-hand side. More spearmen coming out. And it's clearing up those skirmishes is so good for the Viper. That means he can deal with that ram as well. Knights can't really go over there. And I think CA numbers is something we would really need to see from SayMyName. Just imagine like 4 CA as well. And Viper now on the way to Castle Age. This is looking really good for the Viper all of a sudden. Are these kinds of games stressful to play? I would think so. I would think so. Now double stable. I wouldn't even be surprised if he goes like 3 or 4 stable here. His economy is incredible. Stables are so cheap. He goes on to more gold at the left-hand side. And just goes for full production. Even if he loses this TC and another 30 villagers, I think he is ahead in this game. Barracks goes down. 30 minutes, the Viper's still not Castle Age. Viper's really good at staying calm in those situations. 100% agreed. Oh, boy, would have loved to see some Mangonels. Villagers being pulled. Knights dealing with those for now. Only now the second armor upgrades for the Knights. TCs added by SayMyName. Something I really did not want to see. But maybe he feels like, okay, it's something I have to do. 20 villagers behind. We'll kill some villagers here. A bit on the sloppy side by the Viper. To send them back to return what they did before, which was attacking the ram. Some more villagers falling. All of a sudden, only 15 villagers behind. And how many stables do we have here? Only 2. Look at the resources. That's what I said. Like, he could easily afford like 3 or 4 stables even. Now probably goes for pikeman upgrade as well. Probably want to see the siege workshop, the blacksmith being used. Dives in a bit deeper. 1 Mangonel still around. Or 1 ram still around. Find some more villager kills. Which difference now up to 12. Where's the pikeman upgrade? Okay, queued behind some spearmen. And Viper actually goes for knights. In a spot where I felt like camels is always the right choice. Oi, 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 oi. Castle now at the right hand side. More villagers to the death. Oh, villager count is so suddenly incredibly even. That castle not really doing a lot though. What is the castle achieving? Blocking a wood line in the long run? Yeah, controlling the hill a bit more. But that's kind of it. Huh. Knights now with the counter attack. One spearman to defend. Villagers need to be pulled. Oh, that's horrible. Fight against the pikemen. Say my name! 4 dead knights here. More villagers. Oh no, attacking this farm instead of the villagers as well. That was a horrible, horrible raid for Say My Name. Maybe some quick walls here by the Viper could be a thing. Not really going for it. Probably too distracted on some other ends. And I'm still a bit surprised that we did not see camels being added here. Viper could lose some villagers. 7 villager difference. Pretty close game here, I have to say. And Viper with some beautiful, beautiful quick walls. Pikeman still chasing down. And this should be the spot where we transition. Like 3-4 archer ranges and go full CA as the hunt player. Another TC for the Viper. Villager count within 10. Within 2. Holy moly. 20 farmers against 20 farmers. So really even in that regard as well. Viper still, well, was housed apparently. Now rushing it up a bit more. Still problem is that he has no control over this gold spot. Now goes for some more eco upgrades. On the other side, already second wood upgrade for SayMyName. So good on him. Military count even as well. What a crazy game! This is completely even. Huh. And now we see indeed the triple archer range going for all the CA. Love his thinking. Gets more relics as well. That ram will die. No repair coming in there, I would assume. That could be a pretty big raid. CA obviously can deal with this one quite easily. Do you think CA Knight is too expensive or gold? Or good? I think it's the perfect army comp. I think like stop Knights and go CA only now actually. Would makes most sense to me. He has the resources for it as well. Triple archer range should just constantly work now. Those switches have to be pulled though. Quite some losses. Raid at the left hand side. Those pikemen are dying and Viper buys himself quite some time. Only now the second armor for him. Ballistics rather late, but obviously the transition came in quite late as well. And Viper with another raid here. And SayMyName for a change, not with an instant reaction, loses like 3 volts here. Knights, do they want to take the fight? Some of them really low, and that's not great because we already have monks out, so he should potentially be even able to heal them up. Now take the fight here. Feels like a bit of a misstep. Where the knights trying to deal with the raid there at the top should easily be able to do that. Lots and lots of pikemen wasted. Well, I see lots of blue dots, but that's not actual raids. And oh no! That's so bad. Oh, has those trapped in here. And Viper opens this up just to lead the archer range and run away with those CA. You can't attack the CA this way. Viper? Oh, I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. Viper owns himself. At least one conversion there. And deletes the archer range, runs away. That was such a misplay by the Viper. Oh, allows them to all get out. This is the spot where you build a mangonel or a skirm. Crazy misplay by the Viper. Oh, SayMyName has to be so happy with this. And now over 20 population lead. You could have just towered the range. Yeah. Maybe as well, yeah. KTC count 4 for the Viper, 3 for SayMyName. I wouldn't mind to see another one. Has enough stone for another castle. Maybe something like here. And this is blocking a lot. Oh, that's tricky. Raid at the left-hand side. SayMyName is aware of it. Sent some CA over, but villagers still exposed. Some monks here for the defense. More armies coming over. This one is pretty crucial. Some villagers will go down. Do we see the Viper attempting another shot? CA is coming back for the defense. And Viper, I think this is not a pretty fight for you. Eats the conversion. Handcard for him now after disengaging this one. Castle likely to go up. Mangonel falling as well. I really like the spot here for SayMyName. I'm still surprised that he's not going for camels. Knights could run away. Conversion did not happen. Really fortunate here for SayMyName while he's still chasing this one down. So much going right, but the Viper now heavily using the market is on the way to Imperial Age, but so many exposed resources, and I still think like this is really open to some raids, but SayMyName not going for it. And what will the Viper do with them? Cavalry upgrade? +4 armor, kind of. Traps? Yeah, I can see traps. And he maybe goes hussars, but only 34 farmers. Some poking here. Goes for that goal, but he has enough accessible area. Bit surprised by that. Oh, monk getting sniped. Nice find by the Viper. Handcard now as well. And indeed, we see kind of the Hussar line that the Viper is going for. Knows that gold is not really an option and adds some more stables. Wouldn't be surprised to see him drop another like 10-15 farms in the back there. Maybe some walls here for SayMyName could have been an option just to get some more control. Those knights actually slip through. Herbal medicine. Hello. An upgrade we very rarely see. I don't actually think it's the right spot to go for it. It just heals units in a castle a bit faster. Or significantly faster. But he has 6 units that are getting healed. I don't think it's worth it. Ram attack now at the right hand side. That's not where we are taking Imp. This one, they're starting to see the one we are going for it. Viper loves herbal medicine. Yeah, let's hope he's using it a bit more in the future as well. While we see SayMyName is on the way to Imp as well. Tries to rush out that castle. It's going to be a tricky one. If he fully commits, he should find this. SayMyName, are you seeing this? SayMyName, are you seeing this? 140 to go. Passes by and oh, castle goes up. Big loss for him. This could have been a denied castle and so many villager kills, but he obviously was happy with finding the kills here at the right hand side. Goes for more knights now. No more CA. Okay, now adds some more CA as well. I wouldn't mind seeing some more barracks and even thinking about halberdiers as well. Obviously a ram being added and now the double castle setup, but right hand side still really exposed. Also probably the spot where you want to go double or even triple blacksmith and get all the upgrades once you reach them. Another fight here. Viper with +4 armor. Another tower goes down. Pop 150 for him. CA finding more and more kills. Now imping here. SayMyName. This is a brilliant game of Age of Empires 2 here. Traps can find some kills. I think maybe even adding 2-3 targets. Could have been something there to snipe those down. Cavalier upgrade now. And what upgrades are we focusing on? I don't really see anything from SayMyName there. At least not for now. Maybe keeps up the queue. Cavalier upgrade. Something I like. Still does not have the attack upgrades for his melee units. Something I don't really understand. Oh, still tries to micro. No chemistry. No bracer. Where are the upgrades? No halberdier attack. Traps not really in the queue. What is happening? SayMyName, your imprioritization. Not really what I wanted to see. Fluff, thanks. Monks now here for the healing. Love to see that. Finally, Bracer as well. Knights could be intercepted. SayMyName. Does he see it? Oh, probably not. Probably out of line of sight. Sees the army a bit, but not sure if he was focusing on that. Probably a bit more focused on other stuff. We'll easily find that. kill here against the trap. We'll find some more villager kills as well. And that could be some dead villagers. Still pop 200 for SayMyName. Viper sits at 146. Monks coming back here. Could maybe find a conversion. Not really happening. And Cavaliers maybe going for that trap as well. Could be an option. The Viper finds some more kills at the top. Score a bit closer than it should be, I believe. Would love to see chemistry from SayMyName. Maybe even the second farm upgrade eventually. The Viper handcard. I think he cancelled handcard to go imp. So we are not seeing it right now. Army trying to chase this one down. More raids. And the Viper, arguably the best player in late Imperial Age. Maybe SayMyName, even with this big advantage. Not the heavy favorite that the numbers are making me believe he potentially could be. CA trying to intercept again. Viper tries to lure those away. Finds the kills there. Left hand side, SayMyName playing a pretty good game. Tries to be the chaser right here though. Goes for that gold and all the traps are falling. Now has one trap himself. And SayMyName. Uh-oh, this could be the upset of the whole tournament. If SayMyName is taking this one. Remember, it's best of 5. So whoever wins 3 games is winning this full set. 30 population lead for SayMyName, who will find some good kills in the back here. Viper without any reaction if those Cavaliers are finding the right angle, and they are going into the right angle for sure. Another trap sniped here. The castle's not really falling as quickly as we at some point expected them to be. And Kipchak's now coming over for the defense. Cavaliers won't find that many kills. The Viper finding more here in the center. Uh-oh, don't tell me SayMyName is losing control, losing the grip of this game. Suddenly only a 30 population lead and more villagers are falling here. Oh no, SayMyName, it was looking so good some time ago. Now an armor upgrade for his skirmishes. I still think we don't have chemistry. Indeed, that's the case. KOTD now ahead for the Viper. More units coming over. Cavaliers as well. Will snipe that trap again. I really want to see Halberdiers here for SayMyName. Villagers really exposed. Another raid at the right hand side could be something to be considered for SayMyName. Was finding more villager kills here at the left hand side. Woodline could be somewhat exposed. Didn't really spot the villagers there. Is happy with finding them. Are camels still an option? No. Since it's not heavy camel, I don't really see that as an option here. It kind of has to be Kipchak and Hassa. And more army coming into the back, and I don't really see the Viper walling this one off too easily. Two traps now. Viper, don't really see him holding this one too easily. Viper now with the defensive castle, but Cavaliers and CA, they could go in deep. Chemistry coming in, second armor upgrade as well. That has to be some villager kills here if SayMyName is patrolling properly. And indeed he's going for it. Light Cavaliers will try to just put themselves in there. Okay, we will die so that the castle goes up. But meanwhile, another angle where the Viper will lose lots and lots of villagers. Over here, I think the castle indeed will go up, but only after heavy losses. Most of the light cav went down. Pop limit against pop 130. The castle is falling. Viper is losing more and more control of this game. Still completely open at the right hand side. The waypoints were completely changed. More Kipchaks are coming over, but those are still normal Kipchaks, I believe. Look at that one. No brace on them, obviously, since humans don't have bracer, and that means damage output very minimal, only doing 1 damage per arrow against those Cavaliers. CA not even dying too quickly to them. More upgrades now. The Hassa attack as well. More army going to the back. G to the G. SayMyName is taking the 2-1 lead in this one. Oh boy, did I not expect this. Whew. The Viper playing so greedy with the open TC on a map that is basically unwallable. Big upset potential here. Love SayMyName's performance. Indeed, so do I. Aggression so well done by SayMyName. I couldn't agree more. How many villagers? He was 30 villagers behind. And 2 minutes later, it was kind of even after he went for the 3TC play. So many knights. The CA switch came in as well. And SayMyName still has Mayans. Viper still has Britons. Oi, 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 oi. Let's take a look at the statistics and then try to go for the analysis and think about what potential civs could be up next. Surely SayMyName will play Mayans in the next two and the Viper as well, since it was their pick number 1. But what do they squeeze in as game 4? Which one as game 5 is the big question. I think Berbers was also an option for SayMyName. Castle Age difference, 24 minutes against 32 minutes. Rarely do we see such late Castle Age timings. Great aggression. Great aggression. Whew. Lost civilization, humans. 1 civilization, hunts. Berber Mayans feel really likely. Burgundians Britons feel really likely. Or does Viper want to play Burgundians? Does he want to play another defensive game? Oi, oi, oi. Viper surely goes Britons now? No? Not sure. Why? I think this logic, you have to go Britons because you can't lose another game, is really flawed. Because you simply need to win both games. Doesn't matter if you win one and then lose the 5th one guaranteed. Vietnamese counter Mayans? Kind of, yeah. Good versus Berbers and Ethiopians. Are Britons that good against Berbers? Not sure on this map. Is Pepsi okay? Pepsi is okay. But Eagles? I think longswords are really good against them now. But I think Viper is really good with Burgundians as well. Vietnamese versus Berber, very likely. I don't think Viper will go Vietnamese. I think he rather goes Burgundians. Let's go against Ethiopians. Probably Britons. Britons are probably good. SayMyName looking strong or Viper struggling. You would as much as I saw. I do Vietnamese? I'm not sure. Slaving it out? Yes. For the love of good, nearly as a community, what's the plan? Are we moving to 4 or what? What's your question? For the love of God, nearly as a community, what's the plan? Are we moving to AV4? Why does the community have to move at the whole? Just play whatever you enjoy. If you enjoy AV2, play AV2. If you enjoy H4, play H4. Could use Vietnamese bonus to go for the lame and push forward from an early advantage. I think Viper would commit 100% to A4 if he gets eliminated early here. Potentially. Make your own decisions based on your preference. Makes sense. I play, watch and like both games. Very sweet. I think Britons now because Viper favor Britons over Vietnamese. Then he can decide in game 5 if he wants another Archer Civ or Burgundians. Someone has picked his Civ yet? What? So. So it's going to be Burgundians against Berbers. So very likely that game 5, if Viper wins this one, is going to be Britons versus Mayans. SayMyName resigned though. something happened. Seeing that Man at Arms seems to be a viable unit in A4, do you think some of their design ideas could be used to make them more viable in A2? Or are they two different? Completely different unit. Only because the name is the same, don't get confused. Otherwise you could say like, why don't we give knights to Feudal Age to Franks? No, of like Burgundians versus Berbers. Can't cheap camel spam overwhelm you? You just don't go for too many knights. Just go pikemen. Joined too early. That's my mistake. What? Oh, really? That's weird because I clearly saw SayMyName resigned. That's really weird. That's really weird. Okay, then let's see. So SayMyName is playing Berbers, as we all know. Cheaper knights, cheaper camels, so likely to see big castle age play. On the other side, we see TheViper playing Burgundians, another greedy civilization that is great with the economy and could get punished quite easily. Do you know if TheViper has been practicing much off stream? If so, I wouldn't share that. Makes sense. I can't, but if you also only see them can't play. Okay, 3 on wood now, after 8 on food. It's community very important in competitive games. Don't think we should act together, nearly. What? Isn't community very important in competitive games? Yes. But who am I to tell anyone what they should play? Obviously, if everyone does the same thing, then that's the community. And the community is really big. But that's not really what the goal of gaming should be. The goal of gaming should be enjoying what you do, enjoy what you watch or play. Age of Empires 2 is absolutely unaffected in its absolute player numbers from Age 4. Spark and that the preview sometimes shows a sift from the last game for one player. It seems to be the new addition to the AO2 bug collection. Yeah. AO2 every single time, like after a patch, 10 bugs got fixed, 5 new got added. They stayed really consistent, even with that ratio. Oh, SayMyName, that's something you don't want to do. What? TC didn't even shoot once? That's weird. That's really weird. So Viper went for the wood upgrade early on, now goes for loom. Question is, how greedy is he going to be? What's his army comp going to be as well? Decent ratio though? Yeah. If you do infinite patches, then you have 0 bugs. Nice, right? Pop 19 for SayMyName. Okay. Interesting. What's my favorite Civ color? What's a Civ color? I don't really understand how. I don't really know how to answer that question. Okay, now going for horse color. And village at the wrong side. Oh, he still finishes from there. That's weird. And villagers going forward. Ooh, oh, and that villager needs to wall themselves. And then, oh, yeah. Viper has balls to pick Burgundians when he's a potential decider. What do you mean, potential decider? Don't you have $5 if you do infinite patches? Because the last one would say, oh yeah, you're right. But no, one patch later you have... Ah, yeah, you're right. But then what happened before? If you were at 5, and then you have -10, which goes to -5, and then you add 5, and then you have 0. So if you actually did infinite, you would get a negative infinite number. Yeah. The ratio would change if you have fewer than 5. No. And second would upgrade here. And that's the greed we talked about earlier. Stable now as well. Does the Viper know about this? He sees the tower. Probably defensive tower is a good option for him. Is not going for it yet. Okay, now he goes for the defensive tower. 2 villagers on stone as well. Scout around. 3 spearmen being built. And SayMyName goes forward in a spot where I didn't really expect it, to be honest. Berbers, they probably wanted to punish all the eco upgrades. Tower of the Viper will still go up. Could go for some stragglers. Did not really touch them too much. And as you all know, 4 villagers against 4 villagers. If you don't have fletching, does the same as 5 villagers in the tower. Scout finding a good kill here. Probably need to run now. 2 villagers around. 2 spearmen, 3 spearmen. And he can't really do too much. Viper also is going for the wood at the top. Only 4 on berries here. Did not add any farms. That's quite surprising to me. How is he not adding any farms? It's like such an easy decision. Or don't tell me like he is so greedy that he wants to go for... Nah, okay. For heavy plow before adding farms. That doesn't really work against the forward. Villagers could fight. Spearmen already low HP. And that's a low HP villager. How was a low HP villager out there? SayMyName. Untypical mistake. And yeah, he did not take care. Look at that. All villagers around his TC. Full HP. That means there have to be 2 exposed villagers with low HP. Oh yeah, even 3. Look at that one. Walled the 2 in at the stone though. But that's untypical. Low HP villagers belong next to the town centers. And only full HP villagers should be out to... Yeah. Exactly avoid those easy pickups. No eco upgrades for SayMyName. Yeah, we have 3 ahead there for the Viper. Who's now going for an archer range. Finally goes onto some farming. Was really late with that. I was surprised. We're just fighting off again. Feels like if he does damage to the spearman, the scouts could clear this one up. Weird tower positioning to deal with the tower of SayMyName. I think villagers just fighting against the spearman could have been an option as well. Tries to take down the HP. Low HP spearman here. Maybe next to the town center. Some small miss micro, but didn't do too much. And that tower actually will make lots of sense in this engagement now. Now the tower should just focus down the spearman. Then scouts could get the clear up. And no problem at all. Has to evacuate this area. 1 villager went down for the Viper. And he is 2 behind. SayMyName doing the same as before. Well, the game is completely different, right? This time we have 1 TC the Viper, but with some eco upgrades. The game before he had 3. The game before I had 2 TCs. Okay, wood upgrade now for SayMyName. Still not on gold here either player. Why not garrison the skirps in the towers? I think they're not adding any damage, no? I think only archers and villagers are adding damage. And hand cannoneers. And obviously like some unique units. Viper trying to intercept some army again. Should be able to defend this tower v tower. Now goes on to gold. Still neither player with fletching, right? We don't really have blacksmith here. People really couldn't afford it. Viper 2 villages behind. But still 2 eco upgrades ahead. Another tower here. Viper, can he address this one? Not for now. Pulls the low HP villagers. Could be some losses. Don't really see it though. Nice move. What does fledging do to towers? +1 range and more damage output. Oh, this could be overchopped. No? Oh, it's not overchopped. Okay. Nearly. Calm down. Even though he's got 2 fewer wills, I think Viper eco much better because of upgrades. Yeah, I agree. And he did not learn. Well, he's playing this game for 17 years and he didn't learn. But this one is like, it should be fully walled. And we saw why in the game before. Wheelbarrow now for the Viper. Remember, Burgundians, get it cheaper. 3 villages on stone in the back. Even pulls those away. Wow. Feels like he doesn't need too many villagers on stone. Ah, they fixed that skirms at arrows now. Ah, okay. I didn't know. Defensive tower, kind of in between gold and stone. Kind of weird. Especially if he's not on stone. But seems to be the perfect placement for the army that's now coming over. And Viper, not too far away from clicking to Castle Age. Farm count, not that pretty for him though. On the other side, only now going on to gold here is SayMyName, who... Oh no, he is on gold. What? Where? Am I confused? How is he on gold with... Oh no, 3 villagers. Yeah, 8 was the Viper. Oopsie, confused. 300 food. Yeah, and queues up spearmen and skirms. Oh, that's a mistake. Outpost here at the stone. Viper tries to get enough stone and probably rush out a tower here could be an option. Drop some off and I won't be surprised. A tower here could actually make quite some sense to me. And yeah, that's what we mentioned earlier, right? Not walling in that one properly. And villagers with the extra damage against buildings. Just doing so well. Viper gets that one away quite easily. Especially with wheelbarrow. Villagers running faster. And now we're adding a blacksmith here. This is looking really good for our Norwegian. Yeah, I think it's bad for AoE 2 as well, if the Viper is not winning this one. Obviously, a great achievement for SayMyName. Probably one of the biggest in his AoE career if he wins this one. But for the viewer numbers, for the hype of the tournament, it would be way better if the Viper advances. Kind of the reason why you make 16 invites as well, right? You kind of want to have the big names go through and have the main spots. Now the tower, Viper does have enough stone to build a defensive tower. I'm a bit surprised that he's not building it yet. Probably wants to keep 200 stone for the TC. Scouts are now moving in, but it just want to take this fight. And Viper now probably instant knight, make lots of sense. Rushing this one down. That's such a greedy play by the Viper, that he isn't building the defensive tower. But I think he will make it work. Now pulls himself back. Maybe TC here could be an option. In Castle Age, SayMyName still 1.5 minutes away. The question is, where are our TC spots? One at the stone here. Okay. And I think TC there could be an option. TC maybe at the top here. Another option as well. Scouts still alive. Single elimination this round. And then we go into a group stage into another single elimination. It's an interesting mix. Obviously, Liquipedia, as always. your source to check the tournament format. Viper not really too scared of that one. Now goes for the monastery, the TC is up, and what's the play now for a Berber player? I wouldn't be surprised if we go like triple stable, full aggression, and try to force Viper into some pikemen. Yeah. But for now, scouts could just be out here. Oh, that's a very ambitious wall. That shouldn't really work, is it? Yeah. Scouts are in. Maybe wall out this villager could be an option. Camel is coming over, but that's already going to be really ugly. Open the walls. Camel's not really contributing too much. Meanwhile, villagers are falling at the right-hand side. And Viper looks to be in quite some solid control. Only 2 villages ahead. But obviously, eco upgrades are looking... Oh, actually, only wheelbarrow ahead here. But now with lots of aggression, gets cavaliers. Is thinking about relics as well. And so many steps going in his favor, but still being pressured in the back. SayMyName fully walling his tower. He learned, says my chat. Did he? Did he really learn? Did he? Does Viper have any save wooden come? There's one. Now with the tower after he killed the other tower. Goes for cavaliers here. Oh. Camel's coming over. And SayMyName, yeah, won't allow that one to happen. Now we're rushing for some control on those relics as well. 2 spearmen doing quite some damage, but Viper just taking the engagement, sends all the low cavaliers back. Oof. Okay. Game kind of stabilizing. Viper needs to run away again.
Azul.
No other raids. Cavaliers being healed up, and Viper just plays a very defensive game now and even goes for enough stone to soon have a castle. Where we will build that one though. Don't really know the answer to that. Sanctity now finished. More HP on those monks. And gets a quick conversion here. Can't be too unhappy with that one. And simply knows how far ahead his economy is. 10 villages ahead, still wheelbarrow ahead. Got cavaliers, has the double TC set up. Only now the second TC for SayMyName. 40-16 KD. Yeah, lots of skirms and spearmen included there. Don't think that's the major thing. But certainly helping his score quite a bit as well. Relic count only 1 for the Viper. Did not get full control here. Let me see, how many other relics does he know about? Okay, gets that one, gets that one. So very likely that soon we will have 3 relics. That one in the center is an option for him as well. And goes into the direction of the one at the right hand side. But SayMyName will grab the one in the center first. So likely that it will be 3-1, maybe 4-1 pretty soon as well. Conversion here, SayMyName has to run. Conversion this time not as quick as the time before. And still only double TC play. I'm a bit surprised that Viper did not go for the third TC play. And also not really going for the castle here. Would hate to see him building an aggressive castle. I think just sitting back, going for more eco upgrades and playing the long game makes hell of a lot of sense here. Maybe just a castle here, something here could be an option. Goes to the TC at that angle. Maybe even like full Viper-esque and build it behind at that area. He just knows that the long game should be his. Score heavily in his favor. I think it's not really reflecting how far the Viper is ahead, like only 10 population. But maybe this one could already be the deciding fight. Conversions locked in, 3 here, now to counter conversions. How are we engaging this one? Monks are passing each other. And yeah, monks just resetting. No raids at the same time. Knight numbers not really high, 11 camels. Now mainly going for knights here, SayMyName. Quite to my surprise. Also quite to my surprise, the Viper still with lots and lots of unused stone. Relic number 4. Now on the way home to Viper's Monastery as well. Oh, gold really exposed that the right hand side. Army could be stopped here. Viper runs into that one. But if he is not getting killed, that won't be a problem because he can easily heal up then. And the raid at the right hand side is, well, kind of being dealt with as well. So I don't think too much is happening with this raid, except Viper is buying himself some more time. Is getting another raid in at the top. And increases his villager advantage. Soon to be 20. Some conversions are going in and Viper just in full control. And a lot of stuff makes us look into game number 5, which should be Britons against Mayans, which will be a true banger. Potentially the last fight. Viper even goes for an aggressive castle. Something I really don't like, but all the knights are stuck here with the camels. Such a horrible fight. Look at all those idle units, and the Viper is taking a fight that is not great, but better than what he deserved, and that's why I said the castle up front is such a bad idea. Positions it a bit further back, and his macro behind this one wasn't great either. But now an over 20 villager lead. SayMyName, if he goes for the attack instantly, he might do something. Viper now on the switch here with the barracks play. Goes for pikemen. Would love to see him add some more barracks though. Don't really like this one too much. Knights are coming in, finding some more villager kills. And that cavalier on stand ground, I believe, is blocking everything. Looks like another house here. I don't really think this castle will go up, or will it? Oh, that block at the right-hand side just saved so many villagers. Brilliant move by the snake. And the castle going up. Now it's just time to add the barracks and make a big pike push. Maybe with some siege happen. Villagers at left hand side exposed and dying. Then Cavaliers back at the gold. Could find some villager kills. And SayMyName, he is losing grip of this game if he had any in the last minutes. Oh man, so many unfortunate moves happening. Now Knights going for the raid. One of the better sets of this round of 32. Yeah, remember, 2, potentially 3 more sets to come today. MBL versus Bruh after this one. And Zuppy versus Hera. Potentially Slam versus Back T to finish this all off. Knights finding some kills. Pikeman now for the Viper. Oh, he cancelled the Pikeman upgrade or what? He's going for it for a second time now. And that's a waste of some of his spearmen. Not the biggest fan. Goes for 4 barracks. More raids here. I like this. By SayMyName. Finds quite some villager kills. But was 40 villagers behind before this raid started. Plus still 3 eco upgrades behind as well. So army, the economy is simply completely out of control. And if the Viper continues to produce army, which he is, he should not lose grip of this. Fights with some villagers, hopes that the tower is doing some. Not the greatest move here, surely. But I think he's sending enough army to deal with all this. I think this army needs to be stopped once. And then the Viper is simply in prime position to take this game. Pikeman numbers, not that crazy. Not taking the best engagement here. The villagers not garrisoned for quite some time. Now they are. Cavalier's chilling at the top here. Would love to see them contribute some in dealing with this raid. SayMyName can't be too unhappy, but counter raids are happening as well. And this is really ugly. He's still at 2 TCs. Both of them so close together. And his base is kind of too exposed, I would think. Right hand side, would love to see a TC here. Maybe there to defend some. Maybe one at the front. Viper just feels like he should be overwhelming now. Builds another castle at the right hand side. So far off. Mainly to protect the gold there. And Cavalier Pikeman probably taking one last good fight before SayMyName realizes, okay, this one is getting out of control. Or did he think, okay, I found so many villager kills, this one was good enough? No, he won't. We are going to a decider. The Viper against SayMyName, and all comes down to one single game. Whoever is taking this one will go through into the round of 16. Very, very likely Mayans against Britons coming up. Mayans for SayMyName. Viper, really patient game, and SayMyName with a forward that simply does not work. And I didn't like the forward too much. It worked out in the game before because Viper was really greedy with the second town center and then had lots of exposed resources with all the 3 golds, or the 2 golds and the one in the back being towered already. In this one, Viper better with the defense. Whew. I'm feeling a hype song coming. We will quickly X out. Berber's losing. And this means Britons against Mayans. We will see each other pretty soon on the other side.
Zonke. Zonke.
Oh man, oh man. What a great set. What a great set. Yeah. Whew. Will the Hippo Civs in H4 be in high def 3D? No. Whew. Map is more important than Civ. Okay. Okay. Is Netflix the most banned Civ of KOTD 4? I don't know. Indeed, we will have Mayans versus Britons, so no surprise there. Yeah, I don't really see them picking. I didn't really see them picking any other civilization than that. KOTD 4 will be H2 instead of H4 instead of 2. You will have to ask Memp about that. Is Vietnamese better versus Mayans? I don't know. What is Capture Age doing to me? Crashing. Crashing. Okay, then let's jump into game number 5. All deciding. The Viper with the Britons. And in the yellow north, he is facing SayMyName, who has an interesting woodland here at the bottom. And he's blue with Mayans. Both first picks against each other. We can... I don't really know how the picking system worked. Who had 2 picks, who had 1 pick to begin with though. But let's just assume both players were really, really happy that they could play this civilization. And this is tricky. Obviously, we need to take a good look at the gold spots here. And at lane potential. SayMyName, is he going for the spore? Looks like it. The Viper, is he reacting with his scout? Minus 2 sheep, minus the boar potentially. And the Viper's in the wrong direction. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Obviously, if you're in my channel more often, you know how much I think this should not be part of competitive Age of Empires. Oh, SayMyName will have a massive advantage going into this one. It will be minus 2 sheep and minus 1 boar here for the Viper. You need to send all the energy, all your good thoughts, to hope that the Viper is still making something big happen here. This will be very limited, very limiting for him when it comes to strategy choices. Also remember Mayans with 20%, or how is it 15% now? More out of those. That's just crazy amount of food. Men-at-Arms would be incredibly strong here, and the Viper obviously will be left quite clueless on what's happening. He could push the deer in. Maybe one of his few options. Is now going to scout the front. Maybe saw the boar running. Still no 2 sheep for him. And maybe steals back. Obviously a reasonable option. 6 sheep under the TC now. 1 boar here, 1 boar there. aka Rhino. 400 food. So that's minus 600 food for the Viper. That he basically has to invest into some more farming pretty early on. He's not pushing this deer. Maybe he goes around a bit and then wants to push the deer. Rhino at the front now taken. Viper, is he trying to steal this one? Not trying it for now. Whew. This is intense. I think... Oh, don't tell me. Viper's playing... He's playing the Drush. And this will not be scouted by SayMyName. Simply because he has the eagle in his TC. Viper's trying to buy himself some time. I've seen Viper mill in those spots. Has 4 on wood. I've also seen him add some more farms. Will be 3 rhinos. Maybe men-at-arms against this. So many sheep. Needs to farm very, very late here, SayMyName. Drush with lame has to be FC behind it though. Well, will be tricky, right? Not a single farm. He's starting to wall up a bit. We'll take a good look at what's the strategy choice here of the Viper. Still sees the scout around here, say my name. Now we're going to Feudal Age. Pop 22. Drush is scouted. Let's see. Scout around here as well. Obviously, we already have Loom, Militia around. Last time he reacted pretty poorly against the Drush. Now against the Scout again. I don't think that trading off against one Villager would be enough in this case. One Militia out now. Villagers fighting again. Lost quite some HP already, the Viper. Now, debating a bit. I'm not really sure what server they are playing on. One Militia only. Not going for another one. Two Villagers on gold in the back. Could be Men-at-Arms. Villagers only getting one hit in. Maybe pulling some more to the front. Could be an option. Goes for 4 Villagers on Stragglers in the back now. Some more walls at the left-hand side. Viper did not scout the wood line. Knows that everything is really open. And indeed did go for the berries in the back. 200 food for him only. Oh, Drush defense really not the strongest suit of Say My Name here. Maybe the lag, not really something he can control too nicely. Now 3 Militia, maybe with the Eagle, goes for the attack. Could certainly be an option. Viper still far away from Feudal Age. Farm count at 5 already. And one Villager goes a bit into the wrong direction. Low HP. He's going for Man-at-Arm. Now takes the fight. Probably wants to cancel Man-at-Arm after this one. Takes just the heads-up fight. Nice micro by Say My Name. Deals with all that quite nicely. And bam! All the Militia dying. Say My Name can finish Man-at-Arms. And that means Viper will have some problems. Remember, houses now go down pretty damn quickly. Viper still in a lot of pain. Will be tricky for him to defend. Uh-oh. Viper fans around the world now fearing for him. Archer range behind this. I think an aggressive archer range, an even more aggressive archer range could have been an option as well. Does Say My Name know about the change in the recent patch with the houses? Does he know what's up? Viper. Ugh! Unfortunate warning for him there. Eagle coming over. He just commits against the house. Could be an option. Archers now being produced as well. Viper, that is just going to be a Feudal Age defense after this one. And that house takes 10 damage per hit now. So maybe just constantly attacking with 3 Men-at-Arms. Could have been an option. Not sure why they moved around so much. Bought that one off as well. Now the first archer. Goes for the palisade. I think, especially now with the new patch, you should always go for houses. Huh. Goes for another house attack here. And switches targets so much. Really surprised. Could have all easily gone for that one. Wall behind will be tricky. Another archer. Heavily on gold. That might be too much on gold here. 9 villagers on gold already in a normal feudal play. The Viper, is he thinking about fast castling this one? Resources are looking pretty good. Lots of farmers, more houses. Archer range now behind this one. Archers annoying. Full archer play here so far by Say My Name in Feudal Age after he did Men-at-Arms. Archer range coming up. The Viper even goes for the wood upgrade. That is surprising to me. That is really surprising to me. Maybe just 2 skirms and tries to make the defense happen. Maybe just 2 archers. Blacksmith now being built as well. Viper microing back. And now the houses obviously got way better. 750 instead of 550 HP and -1 armor instead of -2 armor. I think Say My Name lost. Well, we're now going for fletching, so Viper kind of fast castling, but kind of not. Did 2 upgrades that were really close there. And archers now still pretty scary. Those 2 archers are dealing with the eagle first. Interesting that he's not trying to go for the more annoying army. He can't hold this forever. Well, Castle Age now for SayMyName behind this. And he's going full wall. Archer or The walls here. Walls would be needed here and here. This one is obviously something that SayMyName can very easily overlook. Okay, he did scout it. Lucky for him. Is this one? That's connected. Yeah, okay. Goes to another attack. Viper's defense looking pretty sharp. 8 on gold. Does have fletching. Second archery range. Not unlikely. Viper's holding. Viper's stabilizing. What is the army that SayMyName is going for? Is it going to be Eagles? It is indeed Eagles. Oh boy. Viper so good. So good with Britons against Eagle play. Who remembers the Viper against ACCM Red Bull 4? It just didn't feel fair. Just full crossbow control at all times. And never really taking a good engagement against the extra range. And then the moment where you feel like, okay, you can outmass, suddenly the Viper shows up with the longsword switch. Oh, maybe siege play. Already siege play against this. Interesting. Oh, Viper finds so many kills here. Good for him. So good for him. Finds 4 kills without losing anything. And that means those villagers have to go take another angle. Viper, okay, loses that scout. Supplies now being tagged. So Viper goes for the man-at-arm defense. And there were so many upgrades. Cheaper supplies now. Viper then goes longsword, longsword and crossbow. Not easy to break that. Second barracks by the snake as well. Farm count looks solid. Woodland at the top, relatively safe. And it will be kind of 1 TC all-in play by SayMyName. He sold his stone. I think the siege workshop has to go up pretty soon. Indeed, that's what we're seeing now. Viper even doubles down on those walls. Interesting play. Ooh. Only 5 eagles on the field. Feels so little. I don't even know what we're opening with. Is it Mangonel? Is it Scorpion? Is it a Ram? Huh. Botkin now. Viper only 12 farms. He knows he only needs to hold the first attack and he wins the game. But how can he hold? Eagles, obviously it's so cheap. Produced so fast. Only double barracks play though. Only 1 lumber camp. Oh, 1 longsword at the wrong side. Does he want to open this? Probably does not want to. Crossbow protecting that man-at-arm. Oh, he even opens the wall to let that one in. Scorpion play by SayMyName. How many scorpions is he waiting for? Aggressive siege workshop feels like a mistake. You always get sniped by Britain crossbow. Well, what's the other play? Just stay fully on eagles and never get in? Doesn't feel like the greatest choice either. Extra TC by the Viper. Kind of on the greedy approach. Okay, 3 scorpions, 1 ram now. Tries to push through the center. More eagles on the way, 3 barracks. 40 villagers against 39. Viper now gets longsword tech for himself. Doesn't really have too much production. Oh, actually, it will be 9 men-at-arms. Oh, this could be so bad if recognized. But no, your army's not moving out. How many men-at-arms does the Viper need to counter those eagles? Well, he won't fight with men-at-arms. He always has to wait for longswords. And I think if he has like half the amount of eagles and longswords, he's fine. Like 9 longswords against 17 eagles should be fine for him with some crossbow fire behind. But again, Scorpion could be good. Ram was even cancelled. Heavily housed here is Mr. SayMyName. Uh-oh, are we building houses? Okay, we just finished 1, but we need more than that. Okay, Scorpion now. First damage here against the longswords. Eagles, are they thinking they can take the engagement? A Mangonel popping would obviously be incredibly good for the SayMyName. Doesn't really have the resources for that though. 4 Scorpions shooting from distance. Longsword eating quite some of those shots. Trying to micro back from distance. Now the crossbows taking this fight. Eagles are jumping. Maybe mistake from the Viper. And another Scorpion in the queue. Housed again. Longswords not really allowed to engage. Eagles going back. This is so intense. One bad engagement and your dreams of round of 16 could be over. Whew. And now it's revealed that there's no Mangonel inside. Another Scorpion on the way. Eagles going at the left-hand side. Maybe even delete the Siege Workshop. Feels so wrong though. Maybe repair it could be an option. To have the Scorpions finding a better engagement. Let's see. Is there any chance of any good shots? Not happening right now. Mangonel going to the front. Advantage here for the Viper. Scorpions getting okay shots in. Some more splits. Villagers need to get pulled forward. Idle here. And one is getting forward to the repair. Is this a big engagement that we've been waiting for? Longswords now not getting too many hits because obviously Scorpions without ballistics here. First ram out. Whew. This feels worthy of a final. SayMyName playing one of his best series in his life for sure. Eagles debating those longswords into the fight. Longswords now grouping up. Maybe another shot there. Eagles taking this one. Some Eagles going to the top could be an option. Longswords actually not taking too much damage from all this. I think this is the better fight for the Viper. Scorpions all being reset. Eagles now need to jump onto the crossbows. That's not really happening. Scorpion count completely reset. And I think Viper did enough here. Should probably get into this area. And Eagles with a small surround, but numbers simply not there. But Eagles are now swarming the left-hand side. But perfect positioning here for the Viper. Even Micro's a bit further back to my surprise. Now with 14 population lead, that ram is being stopped. And it feels like the Viper made the defense happen. Even villager count behind this one though. So don't count anyone out. And lots of HP lost. Scorpions maybe pumping out and getting the good shots in again. Could be an option, but Viper goes for the split micro. Eagles here could have been around, maybe disrupt that. Some archers here could have been behind that wood line, but that's easier said than done with all that aggression that's happening. Siege Workshop is getting taken out. Oof. More barracks being added. Siege Workshop now at the top here. Crossbow a bit exposed. Longswords not really going for it. Eagles now trying to jump. 15 population lead. Longswords are closing down the distance though. And Eagles only chasing. Some of them needed to be on top. Longswords dealing with that army at the bottom. Scorpions are not really helping out. Viper microing away from this quite nicely. All those Eagles are cleared up. The Viper with the defense. More Longswords are coming from the top. Viper now with a solid over 20 population lead. More resources being sold. But Viper is looking in full control. And oh boy, Viper fanboys were probably extremely nervous here. AoE 2 fanboys were really nervous. And some Vietnamese people were really excited seeing one of their old stool stars going incredibly deep and pushing the Viper to the limits. But the longer and longer I see this one rolling, it feels like Viper is under more control. 3 TC against 1 TC. The way better army. More than double the army value here for the Viper as well. Oof. Now the skirm player tries to deal with the crossbows. Eagles actually already the counter against those crossbows. Is a second TC here a thing for SayMyName? No. Absolutely not. We're just basically accepting defeat. Viper 10-minute idle TC? Yeah, even more. Makes total sense. He has 15 farmers, right? You can't even have that with 3 TC. I wouldn't be surprised if that skyrockets even more. Oh, 21 farmers. But it doesn't matter, right? He's still producing longswords. Every single time he wants to produce longswords, he should idle TCs. Skirms is madness, surely? I'm not a big fan either. I'm not a big fan either. Eco's so uninterrupted here. The Viper minus a boar, minus 2 sheep, made a Drush fast castle happen against SayMyName. Clearly has shown to not be the greatest one at defending Drushes. No preemptive walls, which could have been such an easy way to deal with this. Skirm's now trying to chase down armor upgrades on them. Only one. Scorps around as well. How are we trying to engage this long queue here for the Viper behind? More skirmishes for SayMyName. The Viper will just out-micro them. Kill that zebra, I don't know why. Had to build so many new houses as well. Had to build a new siege workshop because all the forward base was cleared up. And Viper now just dances this one. Has ballistics, has the greater range. Now the mangonel. Maybe one final chance for SayMyName to make something happen. Viper will be scared though. Tries to find another angle. Overchop here. Army could come in. So many longswords. So many crossbow as well. That house. If you want to finish that house, that means so many villagers will die. Yeah, can't really go for that. Eagles have to disengage. Longswords will easily kill all those houses. Potentially the final engagement of this series, which is a great one. Viper also knows that his economy has to be better. SayMyName also takes into crossbow now. Deals with this longswords a bit from distance. Maybe a really bad engagement. Mangonel coming over though, and the Mangonel could give so good shots. Skirmish is completely dying. Eating that one Mangonel. Just doing so much. Does deal with the Scorpions as well. That cannot really shoot. Longswords now taking the engagement against the Eagles. Scorpions are all dying at the bottom. And this could be the final fight for SayMyName in King of the Desert 4. All of the longswords are just pushing in here. Viper with the crossbows behind. 40 population lead. Villagers are being pulled to the front. Not really sure what their goal is. Maybe a forward castle. No, some expansion to the gold at the left-hand side. But speaking of forward castle, the Viper is going for one. Longsword not taking the best engagement ever. But they are simply way, way too good. SayMyName, kudos, my man. It was a great set by you. You played incredibly well. Pushed the Viper to the limits. We're leading 2-1. But in the end, falling in the round of 32. What a great performance by both players. GG. Good luck next. GG. Thank you. Well played. The Viper moves into the round of 16. Moves into the group stage. Nice defense by the Viper here in this game with the walls. And SayMyName so indecisive, not knowing to go for the houses here. Could have easily broken or at least idled 2 villagers from the Viper for the whole time. Would have slowed down Vipers. Fast castle timing would have basically forced all the villagers to either repair or build the archer range. A bit of indecisiveness and maybe then a skirm mixed in instead of the only archers, as unit 3 could have been easier against the archer defense of the Viper, who made a really good defense happen. Crazy good game by both of them. More resources for the SayMyName as well, mainly because he's on wood and gold. Obviously food tougher to collect. Already a relic. And 1935 there even was a timing for SayMyName. But in the end, 20 extra villagers.